Hey everyone, see me here, back for more Pokemon types and nonsense. Today, we're gonna take a look at the fighting type, which is a really interesting type that has some really peculiar type matchups. So let's not waste any time, guys. Let's start fighting versus normal. Normal is really boring. Always normal type matchups on it, but not this time. No, actually fighting types, they're made for fighting and normal types are normal. So that's why fighting types have an advantage. They're made to fight and, the other ones are just common, so they get beat up pretty badly. Fighting types are super effective against normal types. Next, fighting against fire, water, grass, and electric. All the elemental type moves. We hit 4 birds with 1 rock, I guess, for this time. They're elemental types. In fighting, if you fight fire, grass, water, electric, you get normal results. You won't super damage it, you won't really do nothing. It's gonna be common, you can't really do much. So it's normal effective against all of them. Fighting against ice. Ice can be shattered and fighting types are there to prove it. Fighting against fighting, well, they're both on equal grounds and it's normal effective. Fighting against poison. Well, you can't really fight off a disease or toxins because they're not fightable, and a fighter is gonna have a really hard time to fight them because toxins are small and toxins are toxins after all, so it's not very effective. Fighting against ground. Well, ground, if you punch the ground, I guess you get normal results. You'll get pretty much the same damage that what you'll give, if you hit the ground with energy, the same energy is gonna bounce back, and ground, that's only what it'll do, so it's normal effective. Both get hit the same amount of damage, it's normal. Fighting against flying. People or Pokemon that are fighting types, they're made bulky and they have a really hard time to fight something all the way up in the sky. Because, they're bulky, they're made for close combat and all. And birds are Pokemon that will stay up in the air and will swoop down to attack, then come back in the air. They're more like the relaxed, intelligent type of Pokemon. And, fighting types are just bulky Pokemon that'll always attack, so it's not very effective. Fighting against psychic. A fighter that goes up against a psychic type, the psychic can just psych him up, I guess. Use its powers and just make him unable to move or things like that. He punches and a psychic type can just control his punch. So I guess, fighters, they're all bulky and, psychics are all in the mind, and the fighters can't really hit the mind, so it's not very effective. Fighting against bugs. Bugs are small, really hard to hit, and they have extra limbs that give them advantages in close combat if, let's say, they're the same size as the fighting type Pokemon. They can block the attack and counter, and the other one's just like, oops, I don't have any arms to counter block, so it's not very effective against bugs. Fighting against rock. Rocks can be shattered and again super effective. Fighting against ghost. The fighting type is really bulky, hits stuff really hard, can be super effective against steel for the same reason as rock, so yes, super effective against steel. So it cannot hit the ghost type because, ghosts, they can't be hit, they can't be seen, and fighting type Pokemon will rely on vision, senses, and bulkiness to attack, which won't really do a thing about the matter of attacking ghosts, so it's not very effective. No, it doesn't affect. Sorry, it doesn't affect because of that. It cannot hit, so it doesn't affect ghosts. Fighting against dragons. Dragons are really tough, but because fighting types, they're tough, they can stand up to them, deal normal damage each other, so it's neutral damage. Fighting against Dart. Again, Dart will have to take it as evil because for this time, evil are seen as bad guys, and obviously fighting types, they're the honor and nobility. Good always beats up evil, I guess, in movies most of the time, superheroes movie. And so yeah, they beat up evil quite easily, and justice beats evil, I guess. So that's why it's super effective. You have to take dark as evil at sometimes and dark as darkness for sometimes. So yeah, for this time it's gonna be evil. So fighting super effective against evil slash dark. Fighting against fairy, we did steal already, so fairies, the new fairy types, are super effective against fighting because, you know, let's say fairies, well, they have their little magic wands and they can control pretty much like the psychic types. They can control the fighting types and make them do whatever they want. So I guess fighting types are really useless against fairies. So that's why it's not very effective. So that's it for this episode. Next time is gonna be poison. So that's the end of the video, guys. Obviously, please likes are really appreciated. I like them. And comments, again, comments are really appreciated. I like to hear about you guys, what you think about the videos, what should I improve, what was good. So yeah, favorite, share, and again, subscribe if you haven't already. Subscriptions are appreciated. And that's it for today, guys. Bye now.